So I just thought I'd make a video while some things were on my mind, and I just went for coffee with a friend this morning, and it was really nice actually to get outside and just like have a chat in person. I feel like the more that you're online and the more that you kind of become present on social media, like the more you use your phone. And I know for a fact that I've been using my phone too much recently, and usually when my kids start to comment on the fact that I'm on it, it's like a reminder to get off it. So yeah, I just want to try to put it away more and just like be in the moment. And I was just thinking about like YouTube, and I don't know, like I really enjoy it so far, and I still am sort of starting out and I don't have that many subscribers yet, although it's nice that it's starting to build up and that there are more and more people joining me, and it's nice to like have you here. But I think I've just started to realize like a lot of people online are really mean, and I don't know, I think that I've kind of been living in a sort of contained way recently where I'm not that exposed to people that are negative, because I can kind of choose to remove myself from the situation. And I just think that now that I have kids and I'm an adult and I don't have to go to school or university or anything, and I'm not working like in an office or anything like that, like it's easier to control who is around you. But when you're online, you're kind of putting yourself out there and you're making yourself vulnerable, and people can be really mean. And I don't think it matters what age you are, like that is always the case, and I don't understand why, but like I've just always been very sensitive to comments that people make. Like one comment has the power to ruin my entire day, or maybe even longer than that. Like I remember walking down the street one time and I was just really sad, and I was depressed at the time and also just having a really difficult time and struggling with things in my own head. And a man was walking past me and he said to me, "Come on love, it's not that bad." And it really upset me, and it's obviously stayed with me for like 20 years. Not that I think about it all the time, but it's just an example that I think of when I sort of take the time to think about like flippant remarks that people make and how your words have power, and it really matters what you say to people, because it's not just about what you feel like saying in that moment, it's also how they interpret it and the place that they might be in, and how like basically your words can affect someone's whole life in a way, and it feels like a big responsibility. And I know that people can't always like live based on that, because you would just be like kind of overanalyzing your every word. But I just remember like there's a mural on a wall near my house that says something about, it's a quote about like everybody is going through a battle that you don't know about, so just be kind. And it's true, you don't know what's in someone's head and what they are insecure about and what things like they're going through at a particular moment, and if they have anxiety. And like you might say something that you think is funny, but it can be quite cutting for someone else. And I had a comment on one of my videos the other night. I'd been doing this like series of shorts that were like questions that my kids asked me, like just silly questions, and I kind of decided to put it up because it might be relatable for other mums and dads, and just to make people laugh. Like I just want to bring a little joy into people's day, and I don't know, it was just for the pure fun of it, and I hadn't really thought too much about what I was doing. But somebody commented underneath one of them and said, "Mummy, why are you so dull?" And it just really hurt my feelings, and I just got so upset about it, because I thought, okay, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit expressionless when I'm talking, and sometimes it's because of my mental health or my medication, but it just hurt to have someone say that. And I'm like, and then I thought, why would someone take the time out of their day to go around on people's like YouTube channels or elsewhere on the internet probably too, and just write negative remarks, because you don't know the person and you don't know like how they feel about themselves, and it can just be really hurtful and affect someone for a long time. But I'm trying to just like do the whole water off a duck's back thing with it, because I know it's just part of being online, and by choosing to be on YouTube, I'm kind of putting myself out there for these types of people to pass comment on me, and it's just going to happen because, I don't know, I'm starting to realise the internet is full of probably all of the people that can't make friends in real life because they're too mean to people just for no reason. But there are a lot of good people online too, and I'm really happy that there are like kind people who don't want to tear you down for no good reason. And like, I have had some really nice interactions with people too, and I just don't understand why, if you don't like someone's videos, like, you don't have to watch them, and if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to. Like, no one's forcing you to, and you don't have to listen to me or anyone else that you don't want to listen to. So why take the time to like put your negativity on the other person and try to make them doubt themselves? It just has never made sense to me. And I know there are people that are just like that in the world, or people that don't like you for whatever reason, and I sort of touched upon this in another video, but I don't know, I think I just always sort of want to think the best of people, and I want to like try and improve little things in people's lives if I can. And it's just hurtful when somebody approaches you with a remark that is hurtful because you don't feel like you did anything to them. Yeah, I think it's just something I'm gonna have to get like better at dealing with and get a bit harder about it, because I don't know, I think you have to have what's the word? I think you have to have, I've totally forgotten the word. What is it? I think you have to have like a kind of, I've forgotten the expression, but it's like a hard shell whenever you're putting yourself out in the world, and just let things like, not let anything kind of sink in and become part of your identity or the way that you think of yourself, because it's easy to take on board little comments and criticism from people, but like, why is what they say the truth? And if you don't relate to it and you don't feel like that's what you are, why do you take it on board? And there was another thing the other day, and I just been overthinking it, and I need to stop, because this is probably just something that happens every 5 seconds to any YouTuber that has a lot of followers or that spends a significant amount of time online. There was somebody, I put up a joke about, like, it was like tips of things not to do whenever you are, basically like tips of things not to do in life from a mum, and one of them was about like not smoking anything given to you by a stranger, and then especially if they have a limited command of the English language. And it was just a joke because that happened to me once, and the fact that they didn't speak English made it harder to like understand what was going on. But it was basically just like an example of my stupidity when I was young and what not to do. And I lived in France when I was younger, and I know what it's like to be somebody who can't speak a language and live abroad and struggle to be understood. And I don't feel like I have ever had any sort of attitude towards people because of where they come from, and I'm really against anyone being treated differently or poorly because of their background or their culture or the language they speak or their cultural identity in any way. And I just really value like diversity, and like I just love everything. I love the fact that the world is filled with people that are all so different, and it just is a richer place because of it. So it really hurt me that when someone left a comment saying that what I had said was xenophobic, because that's the last thing I wanted it to be. It was just a joke. And then they were like, I said, don't overthink it, because it wasn't that. And they were like, don't underthink it. And then I thought, it haunted me for the rest of the day, because I would never want to put something out that could be interpreted as that, and that is not at all the way I think. And it was just a joke. And I don't know, I think I'm just gonna have to figure out how to delete what I don't relate to, because I can't afford to let every single comment like that like sink in and take over my life. But I just hate when you're misinterpreted, and when someone tries to make out that you had bad intentions in a way that you didn't, like, I don't mind so much, you know, if you're criticised for something that you can look at yourself and think, yes, I am that thing, so that's something I need to work on, or they are kind of right about that, like, now I think of it. But with that, I was just like, that's not who I am at all, and it really hurt that someone could say that to me. Yeah, so basically I just wanted to share my experience of being on YouTube so far, and I'm really grateful to have got the chance to talk to people that have been really positive, and it's just like a natural part of life, but I guess it's just developing armor to protect yourself from what you like struggle to deal with. Yeah, but I don't want to. I have had moments of considering deleting my channel because of it, and I don't want to do that because I feel like I'm trying to put out content that will uplift people or just make them laugh or whatever, and I don't want to just get rid of it because of a couple of like little remarks. But yeah, if anybody else has any experience with this and can relate to it, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. And I also just wanted to do like a shout out to the Purple Palace. It's a channel that I watch, and I just really love all of her content, and she put out a video today that kind of inspired me to put this up because it made me realise like I'm not like alone in kind of overthinking like negative remarks that people make about things. So yeah, and I hope you're all having a great day, and let me know if you can relate to this in any way, and if you've ever had any comments made to you by people that were maybe even strangers, but they kind of stayed with you because they just affected you for whatever reason. I'll see you soon.